How to get 100% male attention. "I miss your attention" is a phrase that almost every woman says to her man. What conclusion can be drawn from this? Are all men insensitive or not? Or are all women too demanding? No and no, but that's not what's important. It's how you solve the problem. So, let's look at the topic of lack of attention in a relationship. What does it mean when a woman says to a man, "I miss your attention"? This could mean that the woman wants more emotional connection and interaction with the man, and she is looking for specific expressions of love and care. It's not about being in the same room or having a shared meal where everyone is on their phone. It's about feeling close to each other. What might a man hear when a woman talks about a lack of attention? A man might hear it as criticism or dissatisfaction, which could trigger a defensive reaction. This is especially true if the woman uses only resentment, accusations, and vague language. What can be done to make a woman feel heard? You can set specific times for communication, such as allocating time for conversations after dinner or scheduling dates. Agree to go on a date every 2 weeks. No phones or calls. It's just for you. Why wouldn't a man show affection when he comes home from work? A man may be in a stressful state after work and may not have enough time to switch to a more relaxed state, which is necessary for communication. At work, a person is under the influence of the sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system. It takes time to switch to the parasympathetic state. For example, sitting down to have dinner. How can a woman attract a man's attention if he becomes indifferent? The woman can focus on her personal development, appearance, or hobbies to become more interesting. Not for a man, but for herself. Firstly, her own life will become better and more fulfilling. Secondly, the man will see her as a competitor in this self-employment. What should you do if nothing changes in your relationship after all your efforts? It is important to understand that relationships always carry risks, and there is no guarantee that they will be perfect. It is necessary to work on them and be aware of the different stages of a relationship. For example, after the initial phase of infatuation or after the birth of a child, the relationship may not remain the same. This is normal. Reality is never static. How can we minimize the risks of relationship breakdowns? Minimizing risks is possible through knowledge and understanding of the dynamics of relationships, as well as through active interaction and support for each other. It is important to learn about what relationships are and how they work. For example, in my paid therapeutic programs. Why is this necessary? Because people often fall into the misconception that everything will be right and as it should be with the right person. However, the goal is not to find a Prince Charming. Instead, it is to understand how to live and build a life with a real man. Without fairy tales or illusions. But no less happily.